Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the realistic farming experience here on Rusty Acres for Farming Simulator 19, where we use real tractors, we use real equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. Well, Fury Machine's been busy. I've been doing some research, and I found out that this is water or manure. It's the onion greenhouse. When you put water in it, it acts like it has manure in it. So, first off, we're going to sell our manure pit because we don't need it anymore. We're going to sell that, which will give us a little bit more money. I also have been busy up here in field 5. As you can see, it's 66% fertilized. It's been fertilized twice and limed once. And now we're getting ready to plow it, which is where we're going to start off today. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing great and awesome and fantastic. I'm doing great. I'm doing really good, actually. Get our cruise control set. Yep, as you guys see from my videos, I sprinkled in a little no man's land. I was like kind of bored today, and I was like, oh, well, why don't I just drop out another one for no man's land, episode 36. So I had to put that out there. But as you can see, we're right back into this one, and we're this is slowly becoming my favorite map for sure. Now, normally I wouldn't do this. This is not the right way to do it. What you would do is you would plow. I'm going to just drive over this. You'd plow up to the edge of the field where your tractor touches the edge of the field. Then you stop. And then you would come back and do this headland later. I'll show you up here at the end. And then we'll I'll do one headland up there because I want to get the worker going so we can come and fertilize this again. And then she'll be all ready to go. And hopefully before this episode is over, we'll have this seeded and ready to rock and roll. And the next episode, we can start on another field. The last episode I left you guys off on, I finished that field straight across over there. 7 and 8. And I got it all combined, all ready to go. It's all planted in canola. This little baby field is 1.78 acres. It's really a tiny, small field, but it's just going to be grass. We're just going to come in here, and this will be like probably a 1 or 2 bale, because we're doing 10,000 liter bales. This will probably just be a 1 or 2 bale field, just to kind of keep grass mixed and matching. Now I'll show you right here. Here's what you would do. You come up and you stop at the edge of this, and then you would turn around so you still have enough room so you're not driving on the furrows. And then you would come back down here. So I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, he should take off. Now this one you can kind of back up, but so whoops, that tree is like right in the perfect spot. Gotta go over a little bit more. Then we're gonna hire Walter. There you go. Here's a nice screenshot. Sun's coming out again. All right, so we're gonna buzz over to the farmyard. We're gonna do our little fence hopping. We're gonna grab our 8340 Ford and our fertilizer, and we're gonna start fertilizing behind him so that we can keep coming. And then we'll come right back in here and we'll grab the cultivator with Walter's tractor. There it is. It's the 8340. She needs a bath. I'll also show you, if I didn't show you the last episode, I We sold, as you remember the last episode, we sold off the buy point for everything. And we purchased, I'll buzz around there real quick. Show you guys. We purchased some pallets for storage. I can't remember if I showed you in the last video or not, but I'll go quick and I'll buzz you real quick here. We're storing them in there for liquid fertilizer and seeds. And then we'll whip right over here. I like how this farmyard has like the little clumps of grass in it, because that's so super realistic. As always. Nope. Couple more minutes. When I found out that gives 3,000 an hour for water only, I'm just like, okay. You can fill it with manure or water. So, being probably, if I was to play a little bit more realistic with it, it would be, I would put manure in it so that we could, it wouldn't be free. It's free right now. It's free, $10,000 pretty much a day if I wanted, free of charge. So for those of you doing maps that you want to make money at, but don't want to put down like government subsidy mods, or put down mods that make you, like the other greenhouses, they make you so much an hour, and you have to put manure and water in them. This one is kind of like you still have to work at it a little bit, and then you have to take the pallets off, but it's still free. It's still free money. Go around here. See, Walter's stopping quite a bit back, but that's okay. So all in all, the greenhouses are the same. This one is a little more work to get the pallets off. I want to check. Okay. Make sure our spray rate is as low as it can be. Is that fertilizing? Yep, a little bit. This should put this at 100%. Wonder why it says 94. Close enough, I'll take it. Now we're unfortunately going to catch him really fast, because he's only going 3 miles an hour and we're going 7. Funny how it's got to be the plow. Because if you remember right from field 7 and 8 straight across there, my cultivator didn't do it. So and it wasn't the tractor, because I was using the tractor with the cultivator, and I was using the tractor, my 83 Ford with the seeder, and it didn't do it with that either. So it's got to be that plow that's registering such a far hit marker. As you see where I left off, I got really close. And this is what I'm saying, is that it must recognize the tree. Because you see when he got past the tree, he moved up here. So it must recognize the tree as a hit marker. And that's okay. I'll do a double check when I get into the XML files and see what the distance is on the hit markers. Sometimes modders forget, and it's cranked way up. Because it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely not the tractor. And it's definitely not the cultivator or the seeder. I haven't tried the worker on this fertilizer because I've been used to just fertilizing by hand. See, that's what makes me think it's the plow. As you see when it was around there. Now, when he gets to that tree over there, it'll recognize the tree. Because I don't know if you guys knew it or not, the implement is what controls the worker. The implement controls the speed of how fast things go, and the implement controls the worker itself. So as you see, when I noticed, it recognized the tree, and he recognized it all the way over to pretty much here. Then it was like, oh, there's nothing there again, so I can come down further. To still not come all the way up here doesn't make sense. It's neat how they just have a semi sitting here and a forklift, and I wish you could use that. That'd be kind of neat. That's the one thing that I've never done. I've never done sheep. There, see now it's saying 100. Good. I think it's because I'm a little bit like when you're walking around, you tend to walk faster than I can register. Yeah, it went farther up because of the tree. All right, so that's what I got to do is I got to get inside the XML and change that. I was really worried about it at first when I was when I switched from 3 meters to 6 meters. I thought, wow, we're gonna have everything done in an hour, and it's gonna be like no time. This is crazy. But I found out really quickly that as long as you adjust your speeds accordingly, it still takes quite a while. Like, as you can see, I start my day, as you guys all know, you've watched all my Let's Plays, at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, well, this Let's Play we start at 7. Sorry. And I went over and I fed the animals, and it was about 7:30 when I got up here. So 2.5 hours to just do this field. And we got to cultivate and seed it yet. So it does give you stuff to do. And remember, when you get to winter time, the days get really short. It gets dark at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So you're only really working, like I only work 12 hours in spring and summer and fall. And then when it gets to be... let me register that. Nope. When it gets to be winter time, it gets dark. So if you start at 6, you're only going 10 hours instead of 12. But it also doesn't get dark or light until like 8:30 in the morning. So realistically, you're only really playing about 8 hours at that point. But wintertime, there's not a whole heck of a lot to do. Now, I got another question for everyone. Would you guys be interested in as we wrap up Farm Sim, a vanilla multiplayer game where we use nothing but vanilla equipment, no mods, no nothing on a map, but do it multiplayer? Or would you rather have me continue to use mods and you do multiplayer, or continue to do single player? It's completely up to you guys. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. And let me know what you guys think. I want to bump him. He should only have one more thing, and then they'll say it's done. He's done. Walter's been a pretty good little worker, though. I'm not gonna exaggerate it. He's not fallen off too much. He's done exactly what he's supposed to do. And he just continues to be a nice little farmhand. But I did notice a lot less wheel slippage with the bigger tractor. I am getting some requests for a John Deere farm. That's the one thing that I have not done since Farming Simulator 19 started. Was I have not done a John Deere farm. I've done a Case farm. I've done a JCB farm. I've done, this one's a 70s. Sorry, my headphones got a little loose there. 70s theme, 70s, 80s theme, or 80s, 90s, whichever one. It's not, I think they made these Fords up to the 80s. And I've done I don't think I've done a New Holland, and I don't think I've done a few Let's Plays for the Dutes Far on Jack Pine Forest. It was like 6 episodes with the Dutes Far. But I've never done a John Deere farm because I thought, well, you know, growing up, we used... Oh, I did a little bit. I used a John Deere on Upper Lake Farms. I'm wrong. But it wasn't a complete John Deere farm. It was a John Deere mixed with the Fiat Gree, remember? No, or... Yeah, it was mixed with the Fiat Gree and the... Well, why did he go all the way down there on that one? That's kind of weird. So... Let me shut this tractor off. That's weird. So it's got to be the hit markers on the trees. When you're used to fertilizing 10 miles an hour and you go to 3, it's like, A little wheel slip. I just think I absolutely love as Step Brothers, the movie. The multi-terrain angle for this map just gives you a different chance. You see how small it is? It looks how the map itself can possibly go way over there. Funny. But it does cause the tractors to act weird. Like I was playing around today with I've had a Let's Play on the flat map. Probably the most boring map known to man. But you create your own map, and it's kind of neat because you literally... The fields are kind of expensive on that map. They're $200,000 per plot. Like on No Man's Land, they're only $85,000. And they're about the same size. But it's... To get up to $200,000 when you're first starting out, it's like even when you start out on a farm manager mode, you only start with 1.25 mil, and you got to buy equipment and you got to buy everything else, and you're struggling the whole map just to make ends meet, let alone... So I was messing around. I had my Let's Play, and from a long time, never something I recorded. It was always something that I used for like just kind of passing the time. When I was in between videos or just bored in itself, I would play that game or that map. And I was 24-day seasons, and I was almost into the second season, and I still only had like $40,000. And I only had, let's see, 6 or 7 plots. So it wasn't like it was even close to being done. I couldn't put any decorations down or nothing. It's very hard to make money on that unless you have mods. Now, if I was to do it again, and I had my onions greenhouse, and I had my government subsidy that I have now, that map would be completely done, probably. Because there's no terraforming. The thing that keeps me going back to No Man's, a lot of people were upset that I was flattening the map, the No Man's Land map. They were like, oh, why are you making it boring? It's a challenge. It's a challenge to me to do it. It's a super duper hard challenge because it costs a lot of money to terraform. Alien Gym is probably one of the best map makers out there. As far as interactive maps and things like that. If you get a chance, check out Farmer Klein today, literally. Well, but when this, what day of the week is this now? We're into Monday. So I'm recording this on Monday, but it won't be released until Wednesday. So Monday, he released a video of Alien Gym's accomplishments over the last, since Farm Sim 17. And if you get a chance to check it out, the time you hear about it from me, it'll be a couple of days old. But just go on his playlist and you'll see. And it was pretty cool to see the advancement that Alien Gym has made. He's always been doing creative stuff. So I'll have to remember that I probably won't be able to use a worker too much on this field because it's kind of a waste of time. Because I could have just did this myself. Do you guys want to see No Man's Land every other day, or do you want me to just sprinkle it in? Because I'm still excited about that map. I kind of want to get it done. I know this one won't be an issue getting it done. Because it's a smaller map. It's like, realistically, how long is it going to take me to harvest a 5-acre field? Then again, going, 2.6 miles an hour, might just take me a little bit longer than I thought. All right, so I'll get this done here, and then I'll fertilize the rest of this little bit here, quick like a bunny, and then we'll go get the seeder. Nope, the cultivator. Sorry, we'll send Walter's tractor over to grab the cultivator, and that'll probably be just about it. I think that as much as I really like Black Sheep Modding's mods, I think a lot of them, he just converts them over from 17, and 19 is just a completely different game. So a lot of the mods that were converted from 17 to 19 just don't act the same. The mods that people make from scratch for 19 specifically. Here's where I wish I had a road straight through right over there, where I can get into my farm. But the maps, or what do you call those there? The mods that people convert over, like I was saying, don't tend to work as well as when they make them from scratch for a certain game. And the same thing I noticed a friend of mine who does videos for Call of Duty, Warzone, and Black Ops and all those things. And he was telling me that the mods that are coming out for games, they don't use them so much in Warzone or Call of Duty, but it's the same concept. Like when they made guns and stuff that came out for Warzone and they were trying to integrate them into Black Ops, it's just they just don't work right. But I stopped playing the game. I stopped playing Warzone. Just the sheer number of cheaters on that game are absolutely ridiculous. It takes the fun completely out of the game when you're getting shot through walls and stuff, and it's just not fun. I don't play games like that to I don't know. It's hard because there's a lot of people out there that are in favor of it, and they don't look at it. I mean, when I was a kid, we had the Game Shark. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just dating myself as far as my age. But we had the Game Shark, and you would plug that into the PlayStation or the PlayStation 2, and you could put in codes to cheat, and I mean, everybody was doing it. Infinite lives and infinite, just you could jump really high and do all the things you needed to do. So it's not like it's not been around for a while. I mean, they've recently started calling it hacking, and that's what they call it. Maybe it's just because I'm a little bit older and I just don't find that to be my game style anymore. But I'm not saying I have never done it, because I have. I had a Game Shark, and we used it. But then it got boring, and that's why I stopped. Because like when you can't die, it's kind of like, this is stupid. Like you can run around and just not die. It's not fun. It takes the challenge out of the game. And then in 2013, when Farm Sim came out, I thought, bada bing, bada boom, there's my calling. Because as being an ex-real farmer in real life, it just fit. And, you know, to the makers of Giants, a lot of people give them a lot of flack. But look how far our games have come. And Fs19 is going to be absolutely epic. I'm telling you, and it's going to get negative reviews at first. But then after everybody's played it for a while, they won't be able to get enough of it. Now I'm going to stay out here for a minute. Yeah, because I got to fertilize that. And we'll go like this. And we'll go like this. But yeah, I'm super excited for Fs19. I'm not going to exaggerate too much about it. I am excited about it. And I think it's just because in the Farm Sim community, we've always gotten used to games coming out every 2 years. It's always been 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. And then they switched it to this, kind of threw a monkey wrench in everybody's gameplay, because it went from every 2 years to it's been 3 years since it's been released, since our game's released. So a lot of us YouTubers and a lot of us people that have been playing it pretty much 7 days a week for the last 3 years, a lot of people are getting burned out. Not me. I mean, I would play this game every day of my life because it's relaxing to me. And I just have a fun, as my son would say, the obsession is real. Like we went to a farm show over the summer, and a bunch of combines and a bunch of cultivators and a bunch of things. Our local fairgrounds here had it when the fair was going on, and I took the grandkids up, and the kids know. I mean, I've told them enough times about my farming experiences and things like this, but it was nice to be able to teach the grandkids, the next generation, when they're oohs and ahs, you know, and they're 4 and 5 years old, and they don't understand what it's like, but they get to climb up in the tractors and they get to see what's really like. And that is what I live for, as far as I love to teach, as you guys know. Sometimes I rattle a little bit on and on and on and on and on, but I enjoy teaching people. So like I said, in the comments, make sure you guys are letting me know if there's any questions you have on things. I love to answer. As everybody who knows, who comments on my videos, I get notifications, and I know when people comment, so I can go right on my phone and give a comment real quick. I don't even have to be on YouTube. Kind of cool. But like I said, as you guys can see, let's look at reality. We're almost 30 minutes into this video, and all I've done on a 1.7 acre field, 1.78 acre field, is plowed it and fertilized it. And that's it. I mean, so probably realistically, well, let's see, if it's 2 stages and I fertilized it twice and limed it, that's 3, and 4, 5, and then seeded is 6. So realistically, about 3 real-life game hours to do 1.7 acre field, which is really realistic. And if you're playing times 2, that's 6 hours of your day just doing this one field. That's awesome. That's the way it should be. We're going to finish this little strip up here. I'm going to take this tractor back home, and the next episode, or off camera a little bit, I will get Walter to cultivate this, and then I'll seed it, and we'll probably start up there. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. You'd only use 25%. Like the Ford's just a little bit louder. Just a little bit louder now. All right, Walter, we'll be back. Why don't you go on to... I already sent him to breakfast once. So as we travel back here, and I get wrapped up for this video, let me know in the comments. I had a few things that we talked about during the... Oh, we're supposed to do this. During the gameplay this time. Let me know about a multiplayer map as we wrap up. We got about 9 weeks left. A multiplayer map with vanilla. I've got a few players that want to play on camera. They probably won't talk much, but they'll come and help me work the fields and stuff. But a vanilla version or a multiplayer with mods. Or if you guys want and one last thing, if you guys want the No Man's Land every other episode like I've been doing, or I mean like I did today, or do you want me to do 4 or 5 episodes of this and then come back to No Man's Land? You know, sprinkle in No Man's Land as I call it. I'm gonna park this over by the garage because when I come back, I'm gonna have to fix it and fuel it, and we're gonna wrap that up. So those are the questions. I'll make sure you guys answered. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and sharing and telling a friend. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up so that I can eventually, someday, maybe a couple of years from now, start making a little bit of money at this YouTube thing. And it all goes on subscriptions and watch hours and all that stuff. But anybody who's ever paid attention to YouTube understands how that works. So like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you know when my videos drop. And ding, ding, ding. So, as usual, everyone, as I wrap up all of my videos... Oh, I almost hit that. Almost called that Michael Jordan time. Look out for yourselves. Look out for each other. And most importantly, look out for your family. That's super important, especially in the times that we live in right now. We need to look out for each other. We really do. We're all in the same boat. We're all doing the same thing. And I've seen a lot of negativity lately. I've seen a lot of things that are just absolutely not normal for us as people that inhabit this great planet that we live on. Each and every one of us are in the same boat. So let's look out for each other, and let's look out for our families, everyone. You know, not only is it important to Fury Machine, but it should be important to you guys. And as always, I'll catch everybody on the flip side.